Hey guys, it's Erin Darling and welcome back to Clever Movies. Today we're in the studio, lucky enough to be able to talk to the amazing Joey King.
Hi guys!
Thank you so much for coming today.
Well, thank you for having me.
So what are some of your favorite roles that you've actually been able to play in the past? And what are your favorite movies that you've worked on?
I have so many favorite movies that I've worked on. You know, the first movie I ever worked on was a short film called Grace. And it was so fun for me to get to work on an actual movie. That was my first thing ever. So that was really really cool. I don't know. What are some of my favorite? Oh, I just filmed a movie recently called White House Down with Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx. So that was really fun to get to work with those guys and play around with that. You know, it was also based on like the directors of the movies, like Sam Raimi for Oz the Great and Powerful. Amazing. I love him so much. He's so great, and I love the way he works.
So back to White House Down. So you're, again, another amazing cast. I mean, you've had a career that a lot of people are jealous of. So what was your favorite part of filming that movie? What's that like, and what's your character like there?
My character, her name is Emily Kale, and she's just, she's kind of like this kid who's, her dad's so annoying, and you know, it's just like this really crazy, it was such a crazy experience to get to work on that. I got to work with, like, one of the most biggest directors and biggest actors. I look up to those guys, and when I got to work with them, I was really excited because I love them. I'm big fans of them, and they're just so nice. You know, Channing was the best. We have this thing called the Chan Shake. It's our own handshake. He's cool. And then Jamie Foxx was so cool, and Roland Emmerich. Oh my God, he's just. When I first met him, I was like, oh, I don't think he likes me. And then when I got to know him, I was like, oh, I love him. Like, we became such good friends, all of us, and it was so fun.
We'll have to ask, what's the Chan Shake?
The Chan Shake is a handshake that Channing and I choreographed together. It's a really long handshake too. It's really cool, and we do it everywhere we go. We're just like, ready, Chan Shake. And I don't know, I've never timed it, but it's a good, like, almost a minute probably. It's crazy.
Is it intricate? Are there dance moves? Or more of just like
there's dance
high five
moves.
kind of?
There's dance moves. There's belly bumps. There's guns. It's crazy.
Wow. I hope you guys do that on the red carpet.
Oh, trust me, we will.
So tell me about The Conjuring. So this is based on Paranormal Activity. Was your character based on a real life person?
Yes, which is the creepy part.
Did you get to meet this person?
Yes.
Wow.
How crazy. That
is crazy.
So I play this girl, her name is Christina, and it's a story about this family that's being haunted by previous owners, and like, oh, it's so creepy. And I got to meet the people that it actually happened to. I got to meet the siblings, because there was 5 sisters in the movie. I was one of them. I was one of 5. I got to meet the lady who I was playing. Oh my gosh, she was so creepy. She was telling me about stories and things that had happened, and oh my gosh, I was freaking out. It was so weird. I'm like, Mom, oh my God, it's true, it's true.
What did she tell you?
She was telling me about like different things that had happened in the house, and when they brought the ghost on set, like the person who was playing the ghost, one of the siblings, one of the 5 sisters, like the real people, had to walk away because she said it was too much like the real one. It was so creepy. I was like, oh my gosh, what? I was so scared.
All right, so you met the family for the first time on set.
Yes.
And so, what was that like?
So creepy, because this stuff happened to them, and they were telling us stories about how it happened and what they'd seen. And one of the siblings, when they brought the fake person who was in the ghost costume on set, she had to walk away because she was like, "This is too much like the real thing when we were younger." And I was like, "Oh my gosh,
wow.
What?"
So this movie is going to be really authentic, I take it.
Yeah, it's based on a true story, and it's so scary. I've seen it, and me and Mackenzie, she was in it too. We were just like huddled together. We were like screaming, and we had our jackets up to our eyes. It was crazy.
Wow.
Everyone's gonna love it though.
That sounds amazing. I can't wait to see that one too.
Yeah.
I have to ask you about Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
So you had to shave your head for this role.
I did.
Was that something, going into it, I'm sure you were aware of that. Did that maybe change your mind about taking that on at all? That's such a brave thing to do.
I was excited. I was
really?
like, so I get to shave my head. Okay. I was so excited. A week before, I was like, this is the longest week of my life. I just want to do it already. And my mom was like, I'm sure you'll have plenty longer. So then I went to go get it done. And first, like, I had my mom do my hair really cute that day, like, you know, my last cute hairstyle. And so they kept cutting with the scissors, and then Christopher Nolan kept coming in and saying, no, I want it shorter, no, I want it shorter, and finally they just brought the clippers out, and they shaved all off. And I was like, oh my God, I looked in the mirror and I was like, well, this is different. It was cool though, and I had a premiere to go to that night. Wow. And I couldn't tell anybody that I had no hair because I would have gotten in trouble, so I had to put, it was for Prom, the movie Prom, and I had to put this long blonde wig on. And people were like, so why are you wearing a long blonde wig, Joey? I'm like, being festive for prom. And it was so funny.
Did it take some getting used to?
Yeah, but you know what? It was really freeing. It was like I took half the time in the shower. I woke up. I didn't have to do anything. I just like, and it was just so much easier not to have to worry about like the humidity in the air, about your hair, and just like I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna walk outside now. It was awesome.
It's pretty crazy how it can be so liberating to get rid of hair.
I know. I was like, whew, it was the best.
So let's talk about Family Weekend. So what was it like to work with Kristin Chenoweth? She's amazing.
She's so sweet. She's so funny, and like she's so little, and she's great. She's so cute and awesome. I got to work with Matthew Modine too. It was just such a fun movie to film, and Kristin, she taught me how to like do this little thing like for singing from Popular, and she just like, it was so fun to hang out with on set, and she showed me videos on YouTube that we loved together, so she was cool. And Matthew Modine was hilarious. We all would just sit in the fake family room, just like sit around. I'd sit on his lap, and it was just a fun time.
You've had such a fascinating life. I'm loving all these stories.
I know, I have. It's crazy.
Well, for this last question, I want to ask you about where do you see yourself in 10 years? And if you had to pick an actress whose career you'd like to model yours after, who would it be and why?
I would pick Jessica Chastain, because she has had like these movies that she's done. She's been nominated for Oscars, and I want to win an Oscar one day, and she's just so amazing, and I love her work, and I think she's an amazing actress, and she's so beautiful, and I want to be like her.
All right, well, I'm sure you're well on your way to winning
an
Oscar. We'll see you up there one day. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you for having me.
Stay tuned for more on Clever Movies.